The divine betrayal, when the church becomes a hunting ground. The most dangerous predator is not the one hiding in the shadows, but the one standing in the light of the pulpit. For a child in a religious home, a leader is the earthly representative of the divine. When that leader turns predatory, it is soul murder. They don't just steal innocence, they weaponize faith to ensure silence. Across the US, thousands have discovered that the sanctuary promised to protect them was, in fact, a hunting ground where trust was the tool of entrapment. This spiritual trauma often takes a lifetime to unravel, as victims must separate the abuse from their belief in God. The statistical imbalance, targeted betrayal. While secular abuse often skews toward female victims, religious exploitation shows a disturbing shift toward the victimization of boys, often buried under cultural stigmas of male vulnerability. Gender breakdown. Research indicates approximately 63% of victims in clergy cases are boys, while 35% are girls. Age of vulnerability. 66.7% of victims are under age 14 when grooming begins, a stage where children hold unquestioning awe for authority. The scope. From thousands of Catholic cases to 700 plus victims in the Southern Baptist Convention, SBC, data suggests a massive underreporting gap. For every reported case, dozens remain buried by institutional loyalty and fear. The theology of the trap, voices from the silenced grooming in a religious context, is a spiritual hijack. Predators use sacred intimacy rather than force, suggesting their bond is a holy exception to worldly rules. By the time abuse occurs, the child believes resisting the leader is resisting God. Pastor Jenkins told me not to tell others because Christians who are weak in their faith wouldn't understand. He made my silence a matter of my own salvation. Michael, Protestant survivor, he told me I was the only one who could help him carry his heavy burdens as a minister, making me feel like I was serving the kingdom of heaven by serving his private needs. Anonymous survivor, institutional armor, protection over prevention. Predator longevity is the result of institutional armor designed to protect the brand over the child. Historically, religious groups handled crimes internally through repentance rather than law enforcement. This shielding manifests as the Catholic secret archive and the shuffle, moving priests to new parishes, or the two-witness rule used by Jehovah's Witnesses to dismiss allegations. These policies create a vacuum of accountability, often allowing predators a lifetime of immunity. Closing statement: decoding the halo effect. To protect the next generation, we must decode the halo effect. The bias that assumes a religious title is a guarantee of moral character. A pulpit is not a shield against accountability. The patterns of the predator are louder than any sermon if we strip away the stained glass. We must recognize red flags, leaders seeking special one-on-one mentorships, spiritual counseling behind locked doors, and excessive gifts used to buy loyalty. Accountability is not an attack on faith. It is the ultimate act of worship. We must pull back the veil and look into the eyes of the wolf, because the safety of our children depends on our refusal to look away. This is the Homebound Files.